Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, today's video is on the fact that social media is a cesspool. It is the collection, a certain uh, amalgamation of everything wasteful and toxic. That's what a cesspool is. It's a collection of waste. And social media is that exactly. And you're going to find your odd gem on these apps. But generally, on the whole, social media is filled with a bunch of waste. And it's designed that way. So let's get into it. Why is social media a cesspool? It's a cesspool because it's filled with a bunch of BS. Every time you go onto these apps, and unfortunately in our day and age it's about unavoidable. Hey, you're on YouTube right now. That's social media. You want to enjoy yourself and get some little entertainment. That's social media. And YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all these different apps. They are designed to shove bullcrap into your face and force feed it to you. Be that the bullcrap you want to see or the bullcrap you don't. And the algorithm knows, trust me. It's figured out in a meticulous manner what you want to see and what you don't want to see. But we'll get to that. Now, these algorithms, they put before you, anecdotally, but I was scrolling through, just trying to have a little good time on Instagram, see what's going on. Happened to see the shorts section, not the stuff that I want to see, but they shove a little shorts section. Each 3 short was some soft porn, essentially. The first one had a girl with her tits just suction cupped, rubber band. I was like, you could see the whole thing through the shirt. Second one was a girl with a bunch of cleavage, half naked on the screen. The other one was a girl pretty much just twerking on the camera. It was like, and I didn't look at them, but it's like, it's just just a straight thumbnail. That's what I'm seeing on a thumbnail. It's like all three, bruh. As someone who's trying to be on retention and keep my mind clean, free from waste, it's almost intentional, It's almost like, wow, what is this? But it made me come to the conclusion that this is what they think most people want to see. This is what gathers the most clicks. And it's pretty sinister. Because what does the male brain, what does the brain in general want to see? Especially because the male brain, we're attracted, we're enticed biologically towards some half-naked women. And so again, the algorithm knows this and will shove as much of it as it can before you to get you to click. In the same manner, the algorithm knows, and this goes for everyone, anger gets the most clicks. Something that can rile you up, that can get you to engage in that bit of madness, that bit of, aggression. Anything that makes you feel that way, you're gonna spend more time on that. You're gonna spend more of your energy engaged into that. It's disgusting, really. The way that they've figured us out as human beings, and they manipulate us, or at least they try to. But it's when you're aware of it that you can counter it, that you can choose not to engage with it, not to spend your time and energy wasted on these apps. And as again, you're supposed to be spending your time, not wasting it. I have a video on that. But to put it shortly, you can either, with your time, waste it on things, or you can spend it on things that return to you. Invest your time into things. It's like if you're spending your time on things that don't return anything to you, you're wasting your time. But if you spend your time on things that return to you and some, like reading, for example. It's reading books that's giving me this vocabulary. It's reading books that I can speak with all these different words and put all these different things together. That's a benefit. Reading is something I like to do. I spend my time doing that, but it returns to me when I try to make these videos. When I just try to speak to people in general. It's a big deal. But you want to be putting your time into things that return to you. And minimizing, decreasing the time that you spend and things that don't ever return to you. And trust me, social media has very few returns. I use these applications to text people. I might again look at the occasional post, scroll through for a quick 5 minutes, but a lot of these people, and unfortunately, this is how they get you. And I'll explain a little bit of how really the science behind how they get you. But the apps and the algorithms, the programs and the algorithms, the AI knows how to get you to spend the most time on their app. Again, with these inciting posts that rile up your emotions. Things like soft porn that get you to click and be more engaged with it. Or just figuring out exactly what you want to see and showing you that. But the sinister thing is, they don't just show you what you want to see. It's sinister here. Now, there's a study done with rats. So they figured this out. The rats had a lever. They had little food containers and they had a lever for the food. So the first one, the lever always gave them the food that they were after. So they'd hit the lever, some food would pop out. They hit the lever, the food would pop out. And they found out that the rat would hit it to get just enough food, and then it'd be done. It would stop touching the lever. It would eat the food and be good. But then they had another lever. And the lever would give them food every 3 clicks. So, click, 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 food. Click, 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 food. Click, 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 food. And every 3 to 5 clicks, then some food would pop out. And they found out the rat would just smash that lever like no other. Bro could not stop. bro was on that lever like nothing. Bro couldn't stop smashing the lever because it was it was like gambling. It's like gambling. It's like slots. They apply the same philosophy to slots. It's like if they can get you to just keep cranking that lever, and maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll get a big one. Maybe this time. Maybe next time. Maybe the next time. Maybe the next time. If they can get you in this cycle of hoping for one, they'll keep you clicking that lever longer. And they apply this same method to social media. They got you clicking that lever by scrolling through these posts. And they'll show you one that you really like and be like, oh, yes, this is the one. Like that, spend some time with that. Oh, man, this one sucks. This is nothing. Oh, nice. And so now you're gambling. Well, is this scroll going to be a good one? No, okay. Is this scroll going to be? You're looking for that good post. If they just fed you good posts, you'd be fed on good posts until you were done, and then you'd be done and you separate. So, knowing this, when I learned this, I made it a point that if I get like 3-4 posts into something I don't want to see, bro, I'm gone. Let me flip it on your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got my food elsewhere. There's more nutritious food elsewhere. I don't need to spend my time scrolling. I'll be on YouTube on the phone, and they show me. They show me pretty much soft porn ads, bro. Golly, they cannot stop showing me soft porn ads. These freaking anime half-naked chicks on my advertisements. Like, bruh, anytime I see anything remotely like that, I'm gone. I'm trying to teach the algorithm, bruh. You show me stuff like that, I'm out of here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing showing me this nasty goop? I'm not gonna take this into my brain, bruh. I'm not gonna let you just force feed me BS. You have to make it a point to separate yourself from these, toxic, the toxic things that they're trying to show you. The waste. But even more sinister, you have these apps like TikTok. The worst criminals of all, if you ask me, because they don't even let you choose what you want to see. You don't get to follow a certain, or maybe, you get to follow people, but you don't get to, seek out the content. You just have to scroll through whatever they want to show you. And the algorithm is especially good at figuring out what you like there. Because whatever you decide to stop and spend your time on, that's what they're going to show you more of. And it's crazy because, again, the male brain, we're programmed essentially biologically to want to see some naked chicks, half-naked chicks. We're programmed to want to see some nice femininity. And so you might accidentally just stop and oogle a little bit at some half-naked chick trying to dance and showing off her body, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're programmed. And what are they going to show you 20,000 more of, bro? That exact same thing. Filling your brain with waste. And so, especially if you're on this retention journey, when you go to bed at night, you've not even thought about pornography. But what's hitting your brain that you've been programmed with all day long? When you go to sleep, what is a wet dream that's coming to you that you've seen all day long? These half-naked chicks, bro. They're putting this stuff in your brain. This is a hyper-sexualized culture. It's sad, but it's what they are force feeding us in this time, this day and age. So you have to make it a point to separate yourself from these apps. If you're spending more than 30 minutes a day on Instagram, Facebook, Facebook is the worst criminal, I think, for the angry posts. And TikTok, I believe, is the worst criminal for the sexualized posts. But, you know, each application has its own, negative stuff. So if you're spending more than 30 minutes a day on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I think YouTube's a little different because, you got these long form videos. But, if you're spending too long on these apps, you're wasting your time. Worse, you're letting them force feed you waste. You're intaking all the goop gop that they want you to take in. Sadly enough, that's how they're programmed, bruh. They're programmed to be waste. Because waste keeps you on the app longer than if they fed you purely nutritious things, like the posts that you would actually like to see. And just purely that. Like, let's say you're into barbecue, you're into cars, and you're into you're into guns or something, right? And you're scrolling through and you're seeing all just those posts. Imagine that. Imagine just seeing the posts you like, just the people that you follow on Instagram, and that's it. No sponsored posts, no this, no that, no extra goop gop, just the stuff you wanted to see. You'd probably just spend a little bit of time, just get enough of the day you like, just see what you wanted to see, and leave. But they got you like these rats, hitting that lever, hoping that you're going to get another little piece of food. It's a sad, sad way that they have us. But social media, and at least the modern agenda, it's how they want it. It's how it's designed. So separate yourselves. Limit the time that you spend on these apps, and your brain will be the healthier for it. And in fact, you may find yourself wanting to replace Instagram with a book. You may find yourself wanting to replace that with an audiobook. That's what I like to do. Listen to an audiobook, read a book. There are a number of ways that you can feed your brain healthy materials and not these sick, toxic wastes that they try to feed us in this day and age. So, limit the time that you spend on these apps and figure out a better method to feeding your brain. I'll make another video soon about, what you should be feeding your brain and how to clean your brain. But the first step is removing yourself and taking a step back from these toxic environments. All right. Take care, y'all. Peace.